Imagine standing at a crossroads, one path leading to a towering, ivy-covered gate with a plaque that reads Private Academy, and the other to a sprawling campus titled Public High School. Your choice could shape not just the next few years, but potentially the trajectory of your entire life. In the United States, the debate between private and public education is as old as education itself, with each offering distinct paths to learning, personal development, and future success. But what really sets them apart? Is one inherently better than the other, or does it all depend on what you're looking for in an educational experience? Welcome to our deep dive into the American education system, where today we're exploring the intricate world of private versus public schools. 1. Scales. As we embark on this journey to compare and contrast private and public schools across the United States, one of the most fundamental aspects to consider is the scale of these institutions. Specifically, the total number of students and teachers, and the resulting student-to-teacher ratios. They are indicators of the learning environment, potential for individualized attention, and the overall educational experience a school can provide. Let's start with public schools. Public education serves as the backbone of the American educational system. There are over 50 million students enrolled across the country. These students are taught by approximately 3 million teachers, creating an average student-to-teacher ratio of about 16:1. Transitioning to private schools, the landscape looks quite different. With around 5 million students and a teaching staff that's proportionately smaller than in public schools, private institutions generally boast lower student-to-teacher ratios, often around 12:1. This difference is a key selling point for private education, suggesting a more personalized learning experience where teachers can devote more time to each student's individual needs. The implications of this are profound, potentially impacting everything from the depth of discussions in class to the speed at which students can progress through material. But these numbers only scratch the surface. Within the private school sector, there's considerable variability. Some elite preparatory schools, for instance, pride themselves on offering even lower ratios, sometimes as intimate as 7:1, aiming to create an environment where students can not only learn, but thrive under the close guidance of their instructors. This model facilitates engagement and mentorship. It's challenging to replicate this in larger settings. 2 demographics in our journey through the educational landscape of private versus public schools in the United States. A closer look at the demographics reveals stark contrasts and diverse tapestries that define each sector. Demographics, encompassing race, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status, play a pivotal role in shaping the educational environment and the experiences students encounter within these institutions. Public schools, the backbone of American education. Here, the demographic breakdown reflects the country's population, making these schools vibrant hubs of cultural and socioeconomic diversity. According to recent data from the National Center for Education Statistics, NCES, the racial and ethnic composition of public schools is approximately 47% white, 15% black, 27% Hispanic or Latino, and 5% Asian. This diversity is a strength of the public school system, offering students a rich social environment that fosters understanding and cooperation across different backgrounds. In contrast, private schools often exhibit a different demographic landscape. While private education is diverse, with schools catering to various religious affiliations, educational philosophies, and specialized learning needs, the overall demographic makeup tends to skew more homogeneously, particularly in terms of race and socioeconomic status. Recent figures suggest the following distribution in private schools: 68% white, 9% black, 10% Hispanic or Latino, and 6% Asian. These numbers highlight a greater representation of white students in private schools. Socioeconomic status further differentiates the student bodies of private and public schools. The cost of private education can limit access for lower-income families, leading to a higher concentration of students from affluent backgrounds in private schools. However, initiatives to enhance socioeconomic diversity in private schools are growing, with financial aid and scholarship programs aimed at broadening access. The contrasting demographics between private and public schools underscore the broader societal structures and challenges within American education. Public schools, with their diverse student bodies, offer a microcosm of the wider society, promoting inclusivity and a broad understanding of different cultures. Private schools, while often less diverse, provide environments that can offer more personalized education and have their initiatives to bridge the diversity gap. 3. The most obvious difference is cost. But this isn't only about tuition, it's also about understanding the broader financial implications of each choice and how it aligns with a family's values and priorities for their child's education. Public schools, funded by local, state, and federal government sources, offer education free of charge to all students. This model ensures that every child has access to education, regardless of their family's financial status. However, it's important to recognize that free doesn't mean there are no costs at all. Families may still encounter expenses for activities like field trips, some extracurriculars, or school supplies. Despite these minor costs, public education remains the most accessible option for the majority of American families. It's designed to serve the educational needs of the entire community. In contrast, private school tuition can range significantly. Specific cost depends on a wide array of factors, including the school's location, reputation, facilities, and the educational programs offered. On average, private school tuition in the United States can vary from a few $1,000s per year for parochial schools to over $30,000 for elite preparatory institutions. Some of the most prestigious private schools even charge tuition rates that rival those of higher education institutions, exceeding $40,000 annually. But the conversation about cost extends far beyond tuition. In private schools, numerous additional expenses can significantly increase the financial burden on families. These include, but are not limited to, costs for meals, study abroad programs, after-school arts and sports programs, and even expected contributions in the form of donations to the school. The expectation for parents to contribute to fundraising efforts or capital campaigns can add thousands of dollars to the annual cost of a private education. Moreover, the social dynamics within some private school communities can lead to indirect financial pressures on families. There's often an unspoken expectation to participate in a culture of affluence that includes lavish gifts for classmates and teachers, upscale birthday parties, and extravagant family vacations. The cost of after-school programs in private schools can also be a significant consideration. While public schools may offer a variety of extracurricular activities at little to no cost, private schools often charge additional fees for participation in arts, sports, and other special interest clubs. These programs, though enriching, can require a substantial financial commitment, further widening the cost gap between private and public education. Study abroad opportunities, highly valued for their educational and cultural benefits, are more prevalent and often more ambitious at private schools. While these experiences are undoubtedly enriching, they come with a hefty price tag that can be prohibitive for many families. In this context, the decision to enroll a child in a private school involves careful consideration of not only the immediate and direct costs, but also the long-term financial commitments and social pressures that may arise. 4 interest classes. Another big difference is the opportunities available in interest classes, including arts and sports. Public schools, funded by government sources, often offer a wide array of arts and sports programs to cater to diverse interests. From band to basketball, public schools strive to provide students with a variety of avenues to explore their talents and passions. The scale of public education means these programs can draw on a large pool of participants, creating vibrant communities of like-minded individuals. Additionally, the inclusivity of public schools ensures that programs are accessible to all students, providing a platform for talent across the socioeconomic spectrum. However, the availability and quality of these programs in public schools can vary significantly, depending on the school's location and funding. Schools in affluent areas tend to offer more extensive and better resourced programs compared to those in underfunded districts, where arts and sports may suffer from budget cuts. This disparity highlights the broader issue of educational equity and the impact of socioeconomic factors on the availability of comprehensive educational experiences. On the other hand, private schools often pride themselves on their robust arts and sports programs. With generally higher funding levels, partly from tuition fees and donations, private schools can afford to invest in state-of-the-art facilities, professional coaches, and specialized instructors. These resources allow private schools to offer a broad spectrum of high-quality programs, from classical music training and theater to competitive athletics. The smaller size of private schools also means that students may have more opportunities to participate and excel in their chosen activities, receiving more personalized attention and mentorship. 5. High school graduation rate. In our examination of the differences, a key metric of educational success is the high school graduation rate. This figure not only reflects a school's ability to keep students engaged and on track, but also serves as a crucial indicator of future opportunities available to graduates. Public schools, serving a diverse and extensive student population, have seen steady improvements in their graduation rates over the years. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, NCES, the average public high school graduation rate has reached approximately 85%. This achievement is notable, considering the broad range of challenges public schools face, including larger class sizes, varying levels of funding, and the task of meeting the needs of a diverse student body with varying levels of academic preparedness and external support. In contrast, private schools boast higher graduation rates, often exceeding 90%. The reasons behind these higher rates are multifaceted. Private schools typically benefit from smaller class sizes, allowing for more personalized attention and tailored instruction that can better engage students and address individual learning needs. Additionally, the selective admission processes of many private schools mean that their student bodies often consist of individuals who are highly motivated and supported by families that are deeply invested in their education. This environment, coupled with the extensive resources and extracurricular opportunities available, creates a conducive setting for academic success and high graduation rates. 6. College admission. College admission is a key goal for many students. It marks a major step toward their future careers and dreams. Let's see how private and public schools stack up in this area. Public schools offer a broad range of courses. These include advanced placement, AP, and dual enrollment options. They aim to prepare students for college. Public schools also provide college counseling. Private schools are known for their focus on college prep. They often have more resources for personalized college counseling. This includes help with college selection and application essays. Private schools also offer a variety of AP and International Baccalaureate (IB) courses. These courses are designed to get students ready for college-level work. Now let's talk numbers. Students from private schools tend to get into top colleges more often than public school students. For instance, at Ivy League schools, private school graduates make up a significant portion of the student body. Though exact numbers can vary by year and institution, it's not uncommon for private school students to represent 30% to 50% of incoming classes at these elite colleges. This is disproportionate considering that private school students make up about 10% of the U.S. high school population. This overrepresentation highlights the advantages private school students might have. These include more college prep resources and extracurricular opportunities. Also, families who choose private schools often have the means to provide additional support. This can include tutoring and other enrichment activities. Public schools are working hard to close this gap. Many have set up special college prep programs. They also build partnerships with colleges. These efforts help more public school students get into good colleges. In summary, private schools have a strong record in college admissions. This includes getting into prestigious universities. But public schools are also making strides in this area. They are expanding access to college prep resources and support. 7. Networking opportunities. Networking plays a big role in shaping students' futures. Let's see how private and public schools compare in this area. Private schools often excel in networking. They have strong alumni networks. These networks can open doors for students. Alumni events and mentorship programs are common. They connect students with successful graduates. This can lead to internships and job opportunities. Many private schools have connections with businesses and universities. These connections can benefit students. They get access to exclusive internships and research projects. This exposure can be crucial for their careers. Private schools also focus on building a community. This community includes parents, teachers, and alumni. It's a network that supports students during and after their school years. The bonds formed in private schools often last a lifetime. Public schools have their own strengths in networking. They serve larger and more diverse populations. This diversity can broaden students' perspectives. It exposes them to different cultures and ideas. Public schools have alumni networks too. These networks might be larger due to the size of the student body. However, they may not be as actively managed as those in private schools. Yet many public schools are working to improve this. They are creating more structured alumni programs. Public schools also partner with local businesses and colleges. These partnerships can provide students with hands-on learning experiences. They offer internships and job shadowing opportunities. Extracurricular activities in public schools can also help with networking. Sports teams, clubs, and arts programs bring students together. They learn teamwork and communication skills. These are valuable in any professional network. Social media and technology have changed networking. Students from both private and public schools can connect online. They use platforms like LinkedIn to build their professional networks. This levels the playing field to some extent. In summary, private schools are known for strong, well-organized networks. These can offer direct paths to career and educational opportunities. Public schools offer diverse networks. These can provide a broad understanding of the world. They also offer valuable connections through community partnerships. 8 future wages. Now we turn our focus to the future. Specifically, how do salaries and wages compare for those who graduated from private versus public schools? This is a question many students and parents ponder as they navigate their educational choices. Let's break it down with clear facts and data. Many believe private school education sets you up for higher earnings. The perception is that these schools offer a direct pipeline to prestigious colleges and lucrative careers. Public schools, available to everyone, provide a broader spectrum of outcomes, or so the narrative goes. But what do the numbers say? Research provides a mixed bag of insights. The National Center for Education Statistics, NCES, points out that private school grads are indeed more likely to continue their education after high school. Since higher education is linked to higher future earnings, this seems to tip the scales in favor of private education. The data deepens. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics highlights a significant earnings gap between those with a college degree and those without. Over a lifetime, this gap can be as wide as $1 million. This underscores the value of a college education in boosting future wages. However, the impact of high school type on these earnings is nuanced. While private school grads might flock to colleges more readily, their long-term earnings don't always outpace those of public school grads. Factors such as the chosen field of study and the level of higher education attained play critical roles in shaping future salaries. By mid-career, earnings between private and public school alumni can level out, per findings from the College Board. This revelation suggests that while the high school attended might influence early educational pathways, it's the choices made in college and beyond that truly define earning potential. The takeaway? Only the college degree makes the statistically difference on future pays, and the difference is about $1 million during lifetime. Whether from a private or public school, success and high earnings are within reach. It's about making the most of the opportunities each step of the way. As we conclude, we've seen that private schools often provide more personalized attention and higher college admission rates, while public schools offer a diverse environment that reflects the broader society. Both paths can lead to success, depending on what students and their families are looking for in an educational experience. But the journey doesn't end with choosing a school. It's about making the most of the opportunities available, regardless of the setting. Success is driven by hard work, perseverance, and the ability to seize opportunities as they come. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep asking questions and seeking answers.